Chapter 11. Interference. You are free to choose the concept you will accept of yourself. Therefore, you possess the power of intervention, the power which enables you to alter the course of your future. The process of rising from your present concept to a higher concept of yourself is the means of all true progress. The higher concept is waiting for you to incarnate it in the world of experience. Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that works in us, unto him be the glory. Ephesians chapter 3 and verse 20. Him that is able to do more than you can ask or think is your imagination, and the power that worketh in us is your attention. Understanding imagination to be him that is able to do all that you ask, and attention to be the power by which you create your world, you can now build your ideal world. Imagine yourself to be the ideal that you dream of and desire. Remain attentive to this imagined state, and as fast as you completely feel that you are already this ideal, it will manifest itself as reality in your world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. The mystery hid from the ages, Christ in you, the hope of glory. The he in the first of these quotations is your imagination. As previously explained, there is only one substance. The substance is consciousness. It is your imagination which forms this substance into concepts, which concepts are then manifested as conditions, circumstances, and physical objects. Thus, imagination made your world. This supreme truth, with but few exceptions, man is not conscious of. The mystery, Christ in you, referred to in the second quotation, is your imagination, by which your world is molded. The hope of glory is your awareness of the ability to rise perpetually to higher levels. Christ is not to be found in history or in external forms. You find Christ only when you become aware of the fact that your imagination is the only redemptive power in your life. When this is discovered, the towers of dogma will have heard the trumpets of truth, and like the walls of Jericho, crumble to dust. All right. You are free to choose the concept that you will accept of yourself. This is the really, really amazing thing. Your concept of yourself becomes the world in which you live, and you're free to choose the concept of yourself that you assume, you believe. And therefore, you possess the power of intervention, the power that enables you to alter the course of your future. Intervention happens when, usually we find a lot of interventions in, drug addictions and different things like that. But you've seen them for, other subjects of life. But often an intervention it's really simple. It's where something is happening, going in a certain direction that's not necessarily beneficial for the person that is, addicted or whatever the case may be. And this intervention comes together in an attempt to shift the direction, right? That's what an intervention does. It shifts the direction, the trajectory of a person's life. You're free to choose the concept you will accept of yourself. Therefore, you possess the power of intervention. You possess the power to change the direction that your life is going. And the process of rising from your present concept to a higher one, a greater one, a more abundant one, a more healthy one, a more wealthy one, is the means of all true progress. And this higher concept is waiting for you to incarnate it into the world of experience. Think about that. The higher concept is waiting for you to incarnate it. When we put it in this way, what we're saying here is that your higher concept of you already exists. who you want to be already exists. The version of you that makes a ton of money, that loves really well, that doesn't perpetuate addictive cycles in your family, in your relationships, that leads companies, whatever that concept of yourself is, it already exists. And it's waiting. It's waiting for you to incarnate it in the world of experience. It's a very interesting kind of supposition here. It's waiting for you. It's not sitting there doing nothing. It's waiting for you. And him that is able to do more than you can ask or think is your imagination. And the power that worketh in us is attention. And understanding imagination to be him that is able to do all that you can ask, and attention to be the power by which you create your world, you can now build your ideal world. Him that is able to do more than you can ask or think is your imagination. And the power that worketh in us is attention. So we find here that attention is constantly molding imagination. Attention is filtered, conditioned awareness, right? And this is molding imagination. And you can also say that imagination is molding attention. Imagine yourself to be the ideal you dream of and desire, and remain attentive to this imagined state. Remain attentive. So we find attention is the power that works in us, and imagination is him that can do more than you can ask or think. So remain attentive to the imagined state, and as fast as you completely feel that you already are this ideal, it will manifest. Remain attentive. Remain attentive. Continue to give attention to the feelings of satisfaction, the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Remain attentive. And as fast as you completely and totally feel that you are already this ideal, it will manifest in your world. And this is the amazing part about it all. Isn't it amazing to know that you can change your life? Isn't it amazing to know that you possess the power of intervention, that you possess the power to alter the course of your future? So the question is, how are you using attention to mold imagination? How are you leveraging what you are paying attention to create the future that you're wanting to create? Give more and more attention to the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and remain attentive to this imagined state. Give it so much weight. Give it so much weight. Allow all other ideas to be crowded out of consciousness. And as fast as you completely feel that you are what you want to be, it will manifest itself in this physical world. Your job is attention. Your only obligation is attention. And you master your attention, right? Neville says in many of the other chapters that the key to success is a disciplined attention and a controlled imagination. Wow. Disciplined attention, controlled imagination, because the body acts as a result of consciousness. The body moves to where consciousness is. The body always follows consciousness. So if you are in consciousness, what you want to be, you will find what you want appearing in your world. Most people's problem is that they are not in consciousness what they want to be. They are more aware of the cycles of lack, of destruction, of chaos, of whatever they are aware of, that they are not doing anything other than perpetuating the very thing they are aware of, because what you are aware of being is magnified by what you are aware of being. And so if you are aware of being on a consistent basis, non-progressive, not moving forward, all of these things that do not promote wellness and a strong life cycle and a future for your family, for your loved ones, You won't create that. You have to get out of this place of being a victim. I had to. I was born to a drug-addicted mother. Never met my father. I was in foster homes pretty much from birth all the way to 7. Went through a lot of sexual and emotional abuse. Had a lot of emotional issues as a result of all of that, and as a child and a young adult, until I decided to take responsibility, I played the victim, and I leveraged all of these circumstances as to reasons why I couldn't be what I wanted, and I couldn't do what I wanted to do. And lo and behold, it only got me into more places where I couldn't do what I wanted to do, because I was assuming the consciousness of not being who I wanted to be, of not having, of not loving, of not going, of not growing, of not blossoming. And then the minute I took responsibility and chose to take on the consciousness of being these things, everything began to change. Everything began to change because I began to change. The world is the way it is because we are the way we are. And if we change ourselves, we will find the world changed as a result. I can guarantee it. Talk soon.